In the heart of a vibrant kingdom nestled between rolling hills and bustling markets, there reigned a wise and thoughtful king named Obina. King Obina was known throughout the land not only for his keen intellect and strategic wisdom, but also for his unwavering dedication to the welfare of his people. As the sun dipped below the horizon one evening, painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, King Obina summoned his most trusted advisors to the grand hall of his palace. Among them were Chief Adewale, the seasoned diplomat, and Ogechi, the revered elder of the council. My dear advisors, began King Obina, his voice resonant with authority yet tempered with warmth, our kingdom faces challenges that demand our utmost resolve and foresight. I seek your counsel on matters of great importance. Chief Adewale, his weathered face reflecting years of diplomatic negotiations, stepped forward. Your Majesty, the people speak of growing discontent in the northern provinces. Banditry and unrest threaten the stability of our realm. Ogechi, her eyes bright with wisdom, added, and in the southern villages, whispers of drought and famine have reached my ears. The farmers fear for their livelihoods. King Obina listened intently, his mind already racing with plans to address these pressing issues. We must act swiftly and decisively, he declared, his gaze unwavering. But we must also ensure that our actions are guided by wisdom and compassion. Thus began a new chapter in King Obina's reign, a time marked by relentless challenges and moral dilemmas. With Chief Adewale by his side, the king embarked on a diplomatic mission to the northern provinces, seeking to forge alliances with neighboring tribes and quell the rising tide of banditry. Meanwhile, Ogechi organized relief efforts in the south, distributing food and resources to those affected by the harsh conditions. As the months passed, King Obina faced increasingly complex dilemmas that tested not only his intellect, but also his integrity. In the court of his palace, rival factions vied for influence, each seeking to bend the king's ear to their advantage. Yet, through it all, King Obina remained steadfast in his commitment to justice and fairness. One fateful day, a delegation from a neighboring kingdom arrived at the palace, bearing gifts and promises of alliance. Your Majesty, proclaimed the envoy, our king seeks your support in a border dispute with a rival kingdom. Will you stand with us? King Obina, ever the astute ruler, invited the envoy to a private audience. I appreciate your offer, he said diplomatically, but let us first seek a peaceful resolution through dialogue and mutual understanding. The envoy, taken aback by the king's measured response, left the palace with a newfound respect for King Obina's wisdom and restraint. Yet not all challenges could be resolved through diplomacy alone. In the midst of political intrigues and external pressures, King Obina faced a personal crisis, one that tested the very core of his beliefs. It came to light that a trusted advisor in the palace had been embezzling funds intended for public works projects. The revelation shook the foundations of King Obina's trust, threatening to erode the bonds of loyalty that held his court together. Summoning the accused advisor to his chambers, King Obina confronted him with a mixture of disappointment and resolve. You have betrayed not only me, but the trust of our people, he admonished, his voice tinged with sorrow. I must take decisive action to uphold the integrity of our kingdom. The advisor, faced with the consequences of his actions, bowed his head in shame and accepted his punishment. Through the trials and tribulations of his reign, King Obina never wavered in his commitment to his people. He sought counsel from the wise and listened to the voices of the marginalized. He promoted justice and equity, ensuring that every subject of his kingdom had a voice and a stake in its future. As the years passed and King Obina's reign continued, the kingdom flourished under his enlightened leadership. The northern provinces saw a resurgence of trade and prosperity, while the southern villages embraced sustainable farming practices to mitigate the effects of drought. In the grand hall of the palace, where once there had been discord and distrust, there now reigned a spirit of unity and common purpose. The legacy of King Obinna, the wise and thoughtful ruler who navigated challenges with integrity and compassion, became a beacon of inspiration for generations to come. And so, the tale of King Obinna's reign, a compelling story of leadership and loyalty, echoed through the annals of history, reminding all who heard it of the enduring power of wisdom and virtue in shaping the destiny of a kingdom. As the tale of King Obinna's reign echoed through the annals of history, his legacy continued to inspire and uplift the people of his kingdom. Under his enlightened leadership, the realm prospered, and the welfare of his subjects remained his foremost concern. Embracing the principles of fairness and inclusivity, King Obinna implemented groundbreaking reforms aimed at improving the lives of all citizens, regardless of their station in life. He established public schools to ensure that every child had access to education, nurturing the minds of future generations. The king also invested in healthcare initiatives, building hospitals and clinics across the kingdom to provide medical care to those in need. In the realm of culture and the arts, King Obinna was a patron of creativity and innovation. He supported local artisans and craftsmen, fostering a renaissance of indigenous craftsmanship and cultural expression. Festivals and celebrations flourished under his reign, showcasing the rich tapestry of traditions that defined his kingdom. However, amidst the prosperity and progress, shadows of intrigue and deception lurked in the corners of the palace. Unbeknownst to King Obinna, a plot was brewing, one fueled by ambition and treachery. It began with the arrival of Princess Adais, a cunning and charismatic noblewoman from a neighboring kingdom. Princess Adais had heard tales of King Obinna's legendary reign and coveted his throne for herself. With a silver tongue and a calculating mind, she set her sights on undermining the king's authority. Princess Adais insinuated herself into the court of King Obinna, feigning friendship and admiration. Your Majesty, she would say with a disarming smile, you are indeed a wise ruler, but I fear there are those who question your strength. King Obinna, ever humble and receptive to constructive criticism, listened intently to the princess's words. Little did he know that her intentions were far from benign. Over time, Princess Adais sowed seeds of doubt in the king's mind, subtly suggesting that he needed to test the loyalty of his people further. Your Majesty, she proposed one evening, her eyes gleaming with mischief, perhaps another journey among your subjects is in order. Truly discerning the hearts of your people is the mark of a strong ruler. Intrigued and swayed by the princess's persuasive rhetoric, King Obinna contemplated the idea. Perhaps she is right, he mused to himself, unaware of the hidden motives behind her counsel. Thus, King Obinna resolved to embark on a second journey across his kingdom, disguised once again as a humble traveler seeking insights into the hearts of his people. Princess Adais watched with satisfaction as the king prepared for his departure, confident that her manipulations would pave the way for her ambitious schemes. As King Obinna ventured into the villages and towns once more, the kingdom held its breath, unaware of the machinations unfolding within the palace walls. The king's absence was keenly felt, but rumors of his quest for loyalty circulated among the populace. Meanwhile, Princess Adais seized the opportunity to undermine the king's authority, weaving webs of deceit and manipulation among the courtiers. She whispered falsehoods and half truths, casting doubt on the efficacy of King Obinna's rule and sowing seeds of discontent. However, unbeknownst to the princess, there were those within the palace who remained loyal to King Obinna. Chief Adwale and Ojichi, his steadfast advisers, sensed the sinister undercurrents and resolved to uncover the truth. Through discreet inquiries and careful observation, Chief Adwale and Ojishi discovered Princess Adais's treachery. They presented their findings to King Obinna upon his return, his heart heavy with the weight of deception. Shocked and betrayed, King Obinna confronted Princess Adais in the grand hall of the palace. You sought to undermine me and deceive my people, he declared, his voice resolute. Your ambition blinds you to the true essence of leadership. Princess Adais, caught off guard by the king's unwavering resolve, attempted to feign innocence. Your Majesty, I only sought to strengthen your rule, she protested, her fey aid crumbling under the weight of her lies. In the end, Princess Adais was banished from the kingdom, her ambitions thwarted by the unwavering integrity of King Obinna and his loyal advisors. Undeterred by the betrayal, King Obinna reaffirmed his commitment to his people. He redoubled his efforts to nurture loyalty and unity within the kingdom, recognizing that true strength lay not in deception or manipulation, but in authenticity and integrity. As the tale of King Obinna's reign continued to resonate through the ages, it served as a cautionary tale against the allure of power and the dangers of deceit. His kingdom endured and prospered, guided by the enduring legacy of a wise and thoughtful ruler who faced adversity with grace and humility. And so, the saga of King Obinna, a
Brilliance,
saga of leadership.
unforeseen challenges and trials tested the very fabric of his kingdom. Among these challenges was the onset of a mysterious plague that swept through the land, leaving sickness and despair in its wake. The once thriving villages were now gripped by fear and uncertainty as the sickness spread relentlessly. Despite the best efforts of healers and scholars, the source of the plague remained elusive, shrouded in shadows like a malevolent specter. King Obinna, burdened by the suffering of his people, resolved to seek answers where others dared not tread. He called upon Chief Adwail and Obki, his most trusted advisors, to convene in the war room of the palace. My friends, began King Obinna, his voice tinged with determination, we cannot stand idly by while our kingdom suffers. We must uncover the truth behind this plague and bring an end to its devastation. Chief Adwail, his brow furrowed with concern, nodded in agreement. Your Majesty, the evil forest is said to hold ancient secrets. It is a place of danger and darkness, but perhaps within its depths lies the key to saving our people. Obki, her eyes shining with resolve, spoke softly yet with unwavering conviction. We must tread carefully, Your Majesty. The evil forest is not to be underestimated. Legends speak of dark spirits and forbidden magic. Undeterred by the risks, King Obinna made a fateful decision. Clad in armor and armed with resolve, he embarked on a perilous journey into the heart of the evil forest, accompanied by a small band of loyal warriors. The journey was fraught with danger as they navigated through dense undergrowth and treacherous terrain. Strange whispers echoed among the twisted trees, and eerie shadows danced at the periphery of their vision. Yet, King Obinna pressed onward, driven by a sense of duty to his people. After days of relentless travel, they reached the heart of the evil forest, a place where darkness seemed to hold sway over the land. It was here that they encountered the enigmatic guardian of the forest, a wise and ancient being known as Makari. King Obinna, spoke Makari in a voice that seemed to resonate with the wisdom of ages. I have sensed your coming. The plague that afflicts your kingdom is not of this world. It is a curse wrought by dark forces seeking to sow chaos and despair. King Obinna listened intently as Makari revealed the origins of the plague, a malevolent sorcerer who had unleashed a curse upon the land in pursuit of power and vengeance. To break the curse and save his people, King Obinna would need to confront the sorcerer and reclaim the ancient artifact that held the key to dispelling the darkness. With Makara's guidance, King Obinna and his warriors ventured deeper into the evil forest, facing trials of courage and cunning. Along the way, they encountered strange creatures and spectral apparitions, each test designed to challenge their resolve. Finally, they reached the lair of the sorcerer, a forbidding fortress shrouded in shadows. The air crackled with dark magic as the sorcerer emerged, his eyes gleaming with malice. King Obinna, sneered the sorcerer, his voice echoing like thunder, you dare to challenge me? Your kingdom is mine to command. Undaunted, King Obinna drew his sword, and faced the sorcerer with steely determination. With Makara's guidance, he unleashed the power of the ancient artifact, channeling light and hope into the heart of darkness. A fierce battle ensued, a clash of wills and magic that shook the very foundations of the evil forest. King Obinna fought with valor, rallying his warriors to stand firm against the sorcerer's onslaught. In the decisive moment, King Obinna struck a decisive blow, shattering the sorcerer's hold over the curse. As the darkness receded, the evil forest seemed to sigh in relief, its malevolent presence dissipating like morning mist. With the curse lifted, King Obinna and his companions returned triumphant to their kingdom. The plague that had once threatened to consume their land now faded into memory, replaced by a renewed sense of hope and resilience. From that day forth, King Obinna's saga of leadership and courage became the stuff of legends. The evil forest, once a place of dread, now stood as a testament to the indomitable spirit of a ruler who dared to confront darkness for the sake of his people. As the years passed, King Obinna's reign continued to inspire generations, a timeless reminder that true leadership is forged in the crucible of adversity. His kingdom thrived under his wise and compassionate rule, guided by the enduring legacy of a king who ventured into the depths of the unknown to safeguard the future of his realm. And so, the tale of King Obinna, the saga of leadership, loyalty, and resilience, endured as a beacon of hope and inspiration, a testament to the transformative power of courage and conviction in the face of insurmountable odds.